Welcome to the Oratory. I'm your host, James A. Hendrick Jr., blogger, podcaster, self-published author, and motivational speaker. Today you continue a journey into my views on how to make effective public speaking a part of your profession, your career, and your personal development. So come join with me on this journey of how to be the orator. Okay, guys, I'm out here on this relatively crisp January day. It's not hot, but it's not unbearably cold. Now, I chose this beautiful sunshiny day to tell you the basic premise of this episode. It's not about you, okay? When you're delivering a speech or presentation or a premise to an audience, it is not about what makes you look good. No. You have to consider the thoughts and feelings of your audience, okay? Because what you need to do is to make your audience look good, feel good. That is an important part of being the orator. Okay? It's an aspect I learned from Toastmasters. Toastmasters has really refined me. And I'll even say this to my YouTube audience. Toastmasters has really refined me. And I'll say this. I love talking about public speaking. It and Toastmasters is like my passion. Toastmasters, particularly Odessa Toastmasters Club, is like my baby. Because it has been a labor of love for me. It is through Toastmasters that I'm being inspired to continue to be a published author. With hopes of all going well with that. So I hope that when you're receiving coaching to be an effective public speaker, one of the things that any coach, including myself, will teach you is that it is not about you. Okay? I want you to come with me on a little odyssey as to why it's not about you. Maybe it's like I said, maybe you're talking at a boardroom, where multiple people are giving different slants of an issue to the executives. In that case, you need to work in tandem with those people in order to salt and pepper what they say with your presentation to get your point across. Or say you're a keynote speaker at a major convention. You're salt and peppering whatever they say to your message to make the whole theme of the convention or conference look even better. Because it's not about you. Like I keep saying, you have to look into the thoughts and feelings of your audience. Because I'll tell you something, this is something that I really strongly believe. We, as people in this nation and in the world, we need building up. Because there are too many forces that are trying to tear us down. Okay? And so that's why I developed the oratory. I developed the oratory in order to learn myself about the art of public speaking, but also to teach what I've learned. It's kind of teachers teaching teachers to teach and do, okay? There's an old, saying that says teachers teaching teachers to teach. But let's expand this, okay? It's 21st century. Teachers teaching teachers to teach and do. Because it's not enough to say that you're doing this in your message as a speaker and just doing lip service. They want to see what you do. They want to hear your story. But say your story in a way that touches the thoughts and feelings of your audience so that they can get your point across. Or say, here's another example. You're in a state legislature or before Congress, and there's multiple lobbyists giving different speeches and testimonies about what's going on. You have to be able to know the thoughts and intents of the majority of that legislature in order to reach them, so that they can understand you. It's in some ways, it's kind of like, I have a friend that I knew in college, and we went to one of the main lecture halls in what is now the old mass communications building. And I stood up there at the main desk in the pulpit, and my friend said, I swear, and he was referring to an old professor of ours, he said, you're going to be just like him someday. Now, I didn't see myself getting a PhD. A JD, yes, I was considering a JD at the time. I never would have thought in a million years it'd be anything like this, teaching people about the art of public speaking and how important it is, okay? So if you want to learn to be an effective orator, you need to understand this right here and right now. It's not about you. It's about your audience. It's about the other speakers. How you're able to salt and pepper what they say towards your presentation to make for a powerful theme. That's one thing I think Toastmasters is good about. We hope that you've enjoyed what you've heard so far on the Orator. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and leave us a comment on Spreaker, Podcast Addict, wherever you hear this. We would like to have you receive as we learn more about the Orator.